Using Rory as the example, because we had her on the podcast, I don't know what it was, a couple months ago. Her ticket sales have doubled like every year since she pretty much started. Is that particularly unusual?
Yes. Yeah, it's very, very unusual.
What would you usually expect the sort of trajectory to go?
Well, I don't know. I mean, so when Jess and I signed Rory, she just played Camden Assembly, which sold out in minutes. So we went to that show and we're just like, wow. And I mean, obviously the show was incredible, but the fans were so engaged. And I was just like, I haven't seen this. Like, it gave me goosebumps just looking at the crowd. I was like, I haven't seen this level of fan engagement in years. Like, there was a couple of people talking just behind us and everyone was like, shh, we want to listen to what she's saying. Like, it was amazing. But so I would expect the trajectory to be, let's use London as an example. So she did a Camden Assembly show. I would go next show, probably going to do the Underworld. That hopefully that sells out. Maybe you might go up to, Islington Academy, Scala. You kind of creep your way up. But we were just like with Rory, because that show sold out so quickly. We were just like, right, let's do Islington Academy next. Plus try a few regionals, see how they go. We had no idea that whole tour sold out, and we were just like, wow, okay, this is going good. And then the next step up, we were a little more cautious. We went from 800 capacity to 1200 capacity in London, and creeped the regionals up again, and that whole tour sold out. And then she started having more kind of moments with the music, and we were just like, okay, right, we'll take a bit more of a leap now. We trust this. We know this is going to do well. And yeah, so the last tour, the last tour we sold 12,000 tickets. The one before we'd sold 6,000. The one before we sold 3,000. So yeah, it's literally doubled each time, which is incredible. And yeah, what an artist to work on. It's so exciting.
How do you look at growing that to move forward? Do you think, she needs to get arena supports or more tour support, or is it just focus on her because when she headlines, it goes well?
Well, I mean, we wouldn't say no to an arena support for sure if it's the right artist, but we're not going out pushing for anything and everything. If it feels like it's the right fit and something that we want to do, we're like, yeah, we go for it. But it's not like we just see an arena support and we're just like, oh yeah, let's put her in for, that's not kind of how we've worked that project from the start. It's not just let's chuck her out and see how it goes. It's like, we need to think about this. Does this feel right for Rocks? Does this feel right for us? Is this the right move? I think that the way that we've built Rocks, it's the headline numbers are what is doing it. Her fan base is growing, hugely all the time, and it's so engaged. So I think, yeah, we just have to be clever with the planning of when we do that again. So
When the next headline comes.
yeah.
Has the sort of process of booking changed with streaming coming in and you're seeing all the streaming numbers? Because there's certain bands that you'd look at their streaming figures and think they were doing huge venues, and then they're actually not, and then vice versa. There's ones that are doing relatively low, but they sell loads of tickets.
Yeah. I don't think it's changed, but it's sometimes it's a good indicator. Sometimes. So yeah, if whenever I sign a new act, the first thing I'll do is I ask for all the data. I'm like, right, where can you tell me where, how many streams, what are your top cities, top countries? I look through all the data and it's so useful. But if you've got 600,000 listeners in the UK, you're not selling 600,000 tickets. No way. But if you've got 200,000 in London, that's an indication that you've got fans there. So you should go and play a show. But the way the fans the way the fans kind of engage with RØRY, for example, is very, very different to how fans will engage with pop music. Hers works completely the opposite. So, she'll sell, 2,500 tickets in London, 1,000 tickets in Bristol, but there'll be like 30,000 streams in Bristol, and you're just like, how that doesn't add up at all. So, yeah, where you would expect the streams to equal, X amount of ticket sales, it doesn't always work, and sometimes you just have to just try it and see. But I use it as an indicator, the kind of data of streams, for sure.